Hello everybody, I'm RuudDevil, welcome back to another Age of the Ring cast. This is a 1v1 featuring myself. This is from the currently ongoing Mr. Bones something cup. And yeah, last week I said that if my games were interesting, I would cast them. And this one was actually the second game of my match with Cryptic. And this one was actually pretty good. So in the top right, we have Cryptic as Guldur. And then here's me in the bottom left as Erebor. Now, I practiced once on this map as Erebor, and my original plan was to build a forward mineshaft here, because the rubble means they can't attack from this side, they have to attack from like the front where your troops will pour out or go all the way around. So I thought that was a good idea. And then basically just harass from there, and then maybe build another one here, and then just harass, and try and be like Andy San, you know? Unfortunately, that did not come to pass at all. Because in a few moments, I'm going to see in my vision, very fortunately, a forward base from Cryptic. Now, had he built this a couple inches further back, I probably wouldn't have suspected this, even though you should. I completely forgot this is basically Doggledor's, you know, MO, where they just build a forward base. So, because of this, because of this frickin' jail, I had to change my plans completely. I started with a phalanx because part of my strat is to farm the white wolf lair. Because white wolf lairs actually give you more gold than regular warg lairs. So they're actually very worth your time, and they die very quickly to pikes, much like warg lairs. So I was still going to try and do my plan, so this builder is going to build a mineshaft there. But basically everything is committed to the defense. I had to send pikes to attack a frickin' jail. I wasn't able to creep or do anything. So I was kind of annoyed at this point because I didn't get what I wanted. And yeah, Broken Rabble on the way. They cost a third of what I'm paying for my units. And they actually have the advantage here, so just look at this crap. He does use the stun tier 1, but I actually would have been very wise to actually hit it there. Because, I mean, these guys are dead anyway, so it would have been good to waste this tier 1. But yeah, these guys cost 300. And dead to some, you know, hippies. Anyway, there goes the stun on the Guardians. Actually, he doesn't get any value anyway, because the stun wears out. Now, plus 25% armor, I think? Yeah, plus 25% armor and hold ground stance. And look at this shit! Look how much damage they're taking from these dudes. I know there's two of them. But what the hell, Jack in the Box? What the hell? So yeah, that was annoying moment number 2. And, yeah, second Hall of Warriors comes out, as you'd expect, because I need to match him man for man. And I just, because I was on the back foot immediately, I didn't have time, or I didn't feel like I had time to upgrade the Hall of Warriors. I do upgrade it later on to get Grim Hammers, which do come in handy. And, yeah, but for the time being, I don't do that. Anyway, I think the key to things like Lorien Lanterns and Tunnel Collapse is because if you basically upgrade all of your early resource buildings with that, you'll just run out of money. And it'll just be way too much of an investment. So, my suggestion is to upgrade your resource buildings on the ones you think are gonna get hit. Now, this mineshaft being the closest to his now 4 orc jails, it, you know, stood to reason that he was going to attack this one. So Tunnel Collapse does get value, Rebuild does come in, saves the mineshaft, and now a bit of a counterattack. But still, it's always an uphill battle because you saw just how good the Broken Rabble trade into Guardians, which I was not expecting at all. If I had gone with Horn of Erebor, plus 50% armor and damage, I think that really would have just wiped all of this. But I went for Rebuild. I think because I was committed to Oath of Vengeance. Or Vow of Vengeance. But looking back against Doggledor, the spam, yeah. Horn of Erebor plus Sen and the Goats, probably much better value. Anyway. I think, well, you know what? I don't need... I made pikes for some reason, I'm not sure why. But I was like, okay, I want any sort of harass. There is no way this guy is going to be in my base the whole time. And I was committed to this plan from the start, so I sent one phalanx up. And I do manage to keep a couple mills, which is useful. Anyway, I am trying to expand. If I had one suggestion for Cryptic, it's that because he's got 4 jails, if you dedicate like 2 or 3 to combating all of these Guardians, then the 4th one can literally go here. And while he's doing that now, he didn't always do that. If he was like splitting my defense, because he like outnumbers me 2-1 at least, so he could easily split my defense, and yeah, I'd be running around like a headless chicken trying to catch after him. And obviously, you know, requires a lot of micro to do that. But yeah, that would have been really hard to defend against. Anyway, one Grimhammer is out, another one comes in. These are basically tailor-made for combating spam. It's literally why they're in the game. And yeah, they save that mineshaft as well. So it's stabilizing somewhat a little bit, and I wasn't sure if this was the right play, just to send random dudes in, because they are outnumbered, but I just wanted to stem the tide. I wanted to keep him here, and I feel like I was losing a lot more units. Maybe I should have sent 2 at a time and maybe like been a bit more patient. Anyway, he does make a spider lair, and they ran straight into my spears, which is very fortunate, because splitting my defense and then on top of that having to deal with spider trample, yeah, very annoying. I don't think I get this milled because Thrain comes back right in time. And yeah, he just 2-shots these guys, which is so freaking annoying. Anyway, there goes the spiders. I'm having to make pikes that are purely only for this one unit. Everything else will just get wrecked by pikes. Or will just wreck my pikes. So this was so annoying. And, I mean, it wasn't looking that good, but he wasn't actually hitting that many of my resource buildings. So I've got 1,000 monies here. I've got Horn of Erebor because now I've decided to go send in the goats. I tell my fortress to hit the spiders because they like 3-shot it. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And up here, I was building a redoubt because I was thinking Wormslayers might do good. They're heavily armored. The firebombs would punish the clumps. But then I remembered that I'd have to upgrade the redoubt to get Wormslayers. So I cancelled the building and I'm making Gloin, which you can't see, but Gloin is coming out. And Gloin is so useful for the heal and for the leadership. Thrain thinks he can kill a builder, that's cute. And it's just so infuriating how quickly these Guardians die. Horn of Erebor was used up. You wouldn't have frickin' known that with how few units and how many he has. But yeah, this was... I mean, look, like, if Cryptic basically microed a little bit better, hit my resource buildings, then I would have been in so much trouble. If he had maybe upgraded this one in the back and then got like 1 Ravager out, I'd be freaking toast. Or maybe just as early as possible, like forget Thrain, forget reviving Thrain. All that money can go towards the Crimple Foundation Fund. Anyway, Tunnel Collapse gets some value there, but obviously you can't stun Thrain. And he's got Archer, Archer, Archer. And yeah, now it's looking... I mean, we know how weak Grimhammers are to Archers, so... yeah, I think that's why he made them. But yeah, there's so many options for Cryptic here because he was in the lead. Early Crimple would have been done because he's so tanky, he can summon. Spire for Risen Dead would have also been GG. And yeah, there was so much he could have done. Alright, and there's my ace in the hole. My boy. He's been with me since 1.0, and he is still with me. Cryptic did waste Hysteria. Not sure why he did that there. There might have just been a panic pick, like, there you go. But yeah, I mean, he's broken through. He destroyed both my Grimhammers. Now he's hitting the resource buildings. And he did get that main mineshaft there. I do have rebuild on this one. But now it's looking very bad. I'm literally pinned backs against the wall, against my fortress. Obviously, I'm pretty confident, like, the fortress can withstand. But if he keeps getting my mineshafts, then it's GG, and then I'm done. Up here, I am finally building, which should have come out way earlier, is the workshop. And why? Because battle wagons. Now, the reason why I didn't build it in my base is because obviously if he sees me making a workshop in my base, then he's just going to build pikes immediately. I mean, he does have one there, not sure why, but he's just going to build pikes immediately, and my battle wagon's going to get no value. So building it out of sight, and then, yeah, I can just surprise him. Maybe he had one too many archers here, and that's why these mineshafts held. Because this one held, the rebuild hasn't even been used yet. I got lucky again with the spiders. Obviously, a lot of micro on Cryptic's party can't always get the spiders right, and they go straight into spears. Yeah, and now level 3. So passively, damage and armor. Obviously, we get the heal. Fear resist, speed, XP. Yeah, just everything you want by level 3 with Gloin. And, there he is. We are 1.5 points away from battle wagons. I think this mineshaft does go down here because I've already used up the rebuild. This is a level 2 mineshaft. It's one of my main ones. And that's a big loss. But no pikes. Ayo, no pikes. I mean, his pikes would just lose to my guardian, so it makes sense. But here we go. Battle wagon. Yes. It's about to get a little bumpy here. And the bumps are broken rabble. And, oh man. Just out of the fog of war, I can't imagine how annoyed he was when he saw this thing just not stopping. Look at it go. Level 2. You know what's cool about level 2 battle wagons? It's an AoE buff. Nearby units gain damage, armor, and XP. How fucking good is that? So yeah, let's still no harass. I got 1 mil. This one's still damaged, but that's it. Anyway, I got Sun and the Goats, even though I was ahead here. Or at least I was coming back here. I got Sun and the Goats because I knew I could just easily kill his spearmen with Sun and the Goats. I don't kill all of them because latency, it didn't go off when I wanted to. These guys survive, but I do get 1 set of spears. I kill all the broken rabble here. And look how good Crimple would have been like 5 minutes ago. Because he's in the middle of all these guardians, and yeah, he's still above half health. I mean, he's so tanky. He's like in the Farron tier, where they're just so surprisingly tanky. They're such a good opening hero. But yeah, he just can't make enough broken rabble to withstand all this. The extra armor from Gloin. Heal when I'm in trouble. I got eco buff on that mineshaft, but it's just a level 1 mineshaft. So now the counterattacking can begin, and all because of that 1 battle wagon. If he makes spears, I mean, good luck getting to my battle wagon now because there's so many guardians. And as soon as broken rabble are out the door, I'm trampling them. Level 3. Give me those spiked rollers, baby. There they are. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, I will take that. I will take that all the way to the bank. Let's freaking go. Going chasing Crimple, I was like, nah, let's not get carried away. I can still mess this up. And Thrain, you don't need to focus Thrain. He dies to any standard battalion. He's just there to be irritating and give XP boost to a broken rabble. Yeah. Anyway, expanding. I've got 1,600 monies. I knew that the game had turned because I decided to queue up units and it said I hit my CP limit. So I've got 1 unit being made here, and I've got another unit being made here, and I think when I queue up 2 more it says I've hit my CP limit. So I'm like, okay, full army, let's go. But yeah, this wasn't exactly how I wanted the game to go. As you said, I wanted to harass with this. I wanted to save up for other heroes. I actually wanted to get Men of Dale Archers, but obviously you have to upgrade that, they're expensive, and I had, you know, literally the Last of Us in my frickin' base, so it's damage control, and you just want to get as many cheap units out in the field as possible. Anyway, I didn't want him to recover. There's no way I was going to give him time to get more heroes out and get more troops out. So I decided to counterattack immediately. I purchased Vow of Vengeance because no XP gain. Like, the armor for these units, that doesn't matter, but no XP gain. Put it right outside his barracks. It's just perfect. I did have the money, and I was so impatient I didn't save up for Gimli. So I decided to just quickly make Hadhog. And I was rationalizing it. I'm like, I could wait 30 seconds and buy Gimli, or I could make him now, and maybe Kenai will help me get these barracks down. I was trying so hard to rationalize it, but really it was just me being impatient and needing heroes. I think I do end up buying Brand as well, because I wanted to try and snipe the Crimple. Anyway, Kamul is out. I'm surprised he actually had the money for Kamul, but he did. And look, rally from Broker's up. Watch him rally. Yes, how good is that? Yeah, I was worried if I had any pikes. I think I had 2 in there, so Kamul didn't have everything his own way. He did get quite a few good tramples in. It would have been cool if I actually just sat here and then just watched as, like, the trample gave him no XP. In Battle Wagon level 5 now, which means you get the axe throw. You get 3 crossbowmen actually on there, which is kind of cool. And fun fact about those crossbowmen, they have pretty damn good range, as you're about to see. So Kamul, very low health, goes into the pikes there. Okay, and now watch the range on these crossbowmen. Here's Kamul, crossbows are shooting at him. Bruh, look at that range. They freaking sniped him from the crossbow. They killed 1 of the 9. And yeah, and with the death of his 2,500 hero, or however much Kamul is, he's a lot, he's over 2k. That was basically GG, and that was a very good recovery from my part. And that's the second tournament game. It was a lot of fun, and honestly, it was very nervy because I didn't think I was gonna win. And I was so confident with Erebor, so it would have been so annoying if I had lost that game, because that was like the one I had thought out in my head, and it ended up being just a complete struggle for survival. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoy. I will upload more replays from the tournament, the ones that are at least the ones that I find the most interesting. So yeah, I look forward to that, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.